you two shut the fuck up?
We're going live.
We are going live.
Music and Mayhem, episode 8 with Justin and Jeremy. I'm Justin.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm also Justin Jeremy.
What are you doing to Jeremy?
Justing him.
Ugh.
I'm Justin Jeremy.
I sound like Doja Cat. Have you heard that song?
No.
Ugh. She does that in the song.
God damn, I thought we were doing a good one this time.
We are, dude. I fucking like all music. I like all music.
Anyways, Music and Mayhem podcast. We like to talk about being in a band for as long as we were in a band, still being in a band, doing music type shit.
Yeah, a little over 20 years. Been Blacktooth Grin.
Local band in Boise, Idaho. We got the party in the back with us as always.
Yeah.
Much better party in the back.
Yeah, they're so good. I think they're most of the show for me.
Well, shit, we like to talk about what it was like to do music shit. Why you would ever want to be in a fucking band ever. Like, really, if you...
It's a lot of work. It's rewarding.
And it's expensive.
Oh, God.
Gear, strings, fucking drugs, alcohol.
Yeah.
See how I snuck that one in there? It gets prostitutes, crack addictions,
Yep.
rehab.
Yeah. That's all in there.
It's all...
All of
right,
it.
read my book.
Yeah, I was
Have
just
you
waiting
read
because
my
that
book?
list is actually longer. You just can't remember 'em.
That was the censor. I was going to start it over again.
Drugs. Oh, yeah, drugs.
Drugs.
And there was drugs there once.
No, but we started a band because we wanted to sound like Black Sabbath and do drugs like Black Sabbath.
We did, man. There's
We literally named the band Blacktooth Grin partially because it would be right next to Black Sabbath in the record bands.
Yep.
And now all you
Yep.
kids that are listening have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. There used to be a place called a record store in which you could go and buy records.
There's still some there around. Good ones.
Shout out to the good, still open record stores.
Yes, especially
doing a good
Record
thing.
Exchange, man. I've been going there since I was a kid.
Hastings,
I
we
still go
miss
there.
you.
Yes. Oh.
Hastings.
Man.
R.I.P. to
This
Hastings.
just got dark. It got way dark. Do you remember Hastings? Rain, you do?
God, you get everything at Hastings.
Yeah, you can go get a little bobblehead and a fucking Sabbath record all in the same place.
You could get a new pair of shoes and skate bearings.
Yeah, and a guitar and rent a movie. it was fucking amazing.
You could watch Blair Witch and get some new fucking...
You could plan an entire weekend
based around the shit
based
in
around
Hastings.
Hastings.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I remember going there just for something to do.
There was one, a Hastings, put not a block from my house when I lived in Meridian. And I probably spent $300,000 in that fucking thing before they tore it down.
At least. That's actually where we got our second drummer from.
Oh, my God.
You remember that?
We bought him at Hastings.
We actually ran into him at Hastings. Do you remember that?
Yeah, dude. He's fresh out of jail.
Fresh out of prison.
I mean,
Yep.
fresh.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't know if I can be in a band. Do you guys drink?
I mean, we have been known to imbibe from time to time.
Every once in a while, we'd have a beer, maybe an O'Doul's.
A hot cup of tea and a stretch.
Yeah, it was good.
No, I don't think I could be in your band because I'm on parole and I can't drink. Well, fuck yeah, you just sign on up to Blacktooth, buddy.
And here's what really sucks for that poor little tiny fella, dude. He wasn't allowed to drink, and so we worked with him.
Yeah.
We'd bring him in the bar, we'd keep him fed with Red Bulls all night, and we're not going to say his name.
Nah.
But
as soon as he wasn't looking, we were smashing beer cans.
And then he eventually developed a drinking habit.
Oh,
again.
Bad one. Yeah.
And I remember him calling us one morning, and he was like, I need your guys' help. And we said, okay. And he goes, apparently I rolled my vehicle over onto its side last night after I crashed into something else.
And then walked away
He's like,
from
my
it.
whole vehicle's fucked up. And he's like, can you help me find my license plate? Because apparently it was left at the job site. Or not, excuse me, I've been at work all day. It was left at the crash scene. And we actually went back and found his license plate in the front yard downtown.
Helped him dispose of evidence is how you
Absolutely.
would word that,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah, it's been way longer. Statute of limitations were good.
Well, shit.
Yeah, what do you want to talk
I
about?
remember that story. I've forgotten all about that till you just told me, honestly.
Drugs.
Don't do whippets, kids.
Oh, God. Have you guys ever done whippets with Jeremy?
Oh, yeah.
He's the funnest. You're like a fucking clown, dude. You go from like hey, I'm Jeremy, to literally tying like fucking balloon animals. And I'm
Big
like,
squeaky nose and
and
floppy
it's only
shoes.
because the balloon's filled with the nitrous, but you're like tying it like, look at this, I made a dick out of it. It's so fun.
Pepper and I got a weather balloon full of nitrous at that fucking show once.
Yeah.
I won't say the thing or the deal. I don't want to
No.
incriminate anybody. They were just like a nitrous tank you get from fucking Norco. That
Yep.
place.
Yep. From the medical supply facility.
We need a truck full. Sign us up.
That's when I found you guys out in the middle of the park, laying down laughing at stars.
Pepper and I, oh my fucking God. Don't do whippets. Let's not go
Yeah,
into
let's not do whippets.
We don't need to talk about that. Let's.
Yeah. This is anti-whippet episode.
That's not necessarily true either. I mean, do some whippets, but like, don't ruin your life with
Yeah.
whippets, kids. There you go. Try it at least 5 times, and then
If you could hear the sound of bubbles, like that's what it's like.
electricity.
Oh, really?
Yo, fuck yeah, and you go like, fuck, that's neat.
I've never done them.
That's good for you. Me either.
I've never done it.
Me either.
No, but you couldn't have a can of whipped cream around your fucking house. I can tell
I
you
would
that.
ruin everybody's whipped cream.
Thanksgiving's done.
In fact, when I go grab Cokes out of your guys' fridge, I see that motherfucker sitting in there, and 26-year-old Jeremy goes, why don't you take a hit off that motherfucker? I bet your brain feels good. And then I'd put it back in, and he'd go to use it, and he'd just go, and it'd just run all over the fucking floor. I've done it to everybody's fucking house.
Yep, you've ruined Thanksgiving for many people. It's okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, fuck you. Don't eat my fucking whipped cream. You know what I mean? Don't
Yeah,
breathe
dude,
in all the
fuck you.
gas that
Fuck
makes
you on
it good.
Thanksgiving for whipped cream. We got a new set decoration for this
Yes.
episode, too, if you're watching us on YouTube's.
Which you should, because it is entertaining.
Go to YouTube and type in the thing what says
Music and Mayhem 208.
hashtag AOL.com or whatever. Is
Were
that
we
it?
close?
HTML
Yeah, that's it. You were missing that.
All right.
It's that one.
at CompuServe. Should we talk about some real shit or
I
just
think
sit here and be fucking idiots?
I don't really care.
I don't really
We're
care
mostly
either.
idiots all the time anyway.
It's just
so
you
that's
and
how
I
we
this
work.
week. So
It is.
we have no Lou here to crack the whip and say, get your old shits together. He's so good at cracking the whip.
Dude, he's gotten
He's boys.
gotten
boys.
a little salty.
Surly.
A little surly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't put up with our shit anymore, and it took a lot of years.
Fuck, man.
What a dick. I love you, Lou.
Lou, we love you.
I can only say
You
that.
you know you're a dick, though. We
I
love
hope
you.
I hope he forgets by next week.
We should, I was thinking we should tell everybody the story about the time we thought we were big-ass rock stars and drove to Hollywood.
We should, but
What do you think of that story?
can we start at the very beginning of it?
When I fucking got a wild hair up my ass and messaged
Yes,
you at work.
you did. So you emailed me at work.
Okay, so for 2 fucking years, if you can picture it, I've worked in the trades my entire fucking life. If I wasn't building something, I was building something else. I got on probation and needed to take an office job because construction work you can't really do sober. You can't.
No, why would you?
And so I took this fucking office job for 2 years. I did that shit.
did?
Little button up. I had to trim my beard. It was really neat.
Did you actually have a beard during that
I
time?
did. Yeah, they told me I had to shave it, and I told them to get fucked. I'm real ugly under this fucking thing. But I got so fucking bored because I would finish my job by like 9:30 in the morning. An hour of solid work, and my shit was done for the day. I was processing mail claims and shit. What the fuck are you pointing at? It's fine.
I don't know what's happening.
Me. Jesus, Rain.
I'm scared.
I had to fucking file medical claims, and I got so fucking bored with that. I was emailing you. I was emailing you all day.
Yeah, that's how we would,
that's how
because
chat.
it was a no phone rule at our places of
I
employment.
could chat via email at work. So I emailed you one day, and I said, hey, you know what'd be fun as shit? We should go fucking play the Whiskey at Go-Go on the Sunset Strip.
And I fucking laughed at you.
And I was like, nah, seriously, why the fuck not?
So that's exactly how that went. And then I challenged you. I said, all right, fucking
do it.
send him out a press pack.
And I did just that fucking day.
Yep. And it was literally 20 minutes later, I get an email back that says, what day do you want to play? These are the ones open.
They're offering us fucking Friday nights at the Whiskey at Go-Go.
Yep.
In L.A. And everybody, this is iconic fucking venue. Everybody's played there.
Yeah. I mean, the
Doors were the house band. Zeppelin fucking played there.
Motley Crue got their start.
Hendrix lived above the joint.
Yeah. So the Whiskey Go-Go on Sunset Strip in Hollywood, Hendrix rented the apartment above it on the second level, which is now their green room
which we actually
for the
got
band.
to
So we actually got to go hang out
for-
in what was Hendrix's apartment, which was super, super cool.
Well, and California was cannabis friendly at the time. This was 2013.
But Nevada wasn't.
No, Nevada was still like, if you get caught with a seed, you go to prison for 10 years.
Yeah,
Like,
so that was a really sketchy drive all the way through Nevada. we were in a rental van, so it was safe. It was a minivan.
So like, so 2013, how old were we?
Oh, God.
Early 30s?
You know how I do math.
Yeah, math like that. Let's just say early. Hyatt's doing Rain Man math. What?
10 years, 11
years ago.
11, I was 37.
Oh, Jesus. We should have been way more mature than we acted then.
No.
Let's say it was like 40 years ago.
Okay, 40 years ago.
40. Anyways, we think fucking, you know what? We're going to go on tour. That's what we were.
Yep.
But we set up no other fucking shows.
None.
This tour ends up costing us like $14,000.
It was so much money.
Because on the Sunset Strip, you have to pay to play.
Yes.
Which means that they send you, they actually mailed to my doorstep
40 tickets.
40 tickets
that
at
we had to
whatever
sell.
price it was.
$11 a piece.
And here we are like, who the fuck do we know in LA that's going to buy any fucking tickets?
No one, so we bought them. We bought our tickets.
We paid for our own fucking tickets.
But
we did have some help out of San Diego.
we did have some
We have
help there,
friends in
and we
San
had
Diego.
friends that came down with us that needed tickets as well.
Now, this is the same year Sabbath releases that last album with the
Yep,
original lineup.
13.
Yep.
Yep, and it was fantastic.
So they were promoting the shit out of that album. So everywhere we're driving around, it's like somewhere there's a photo of the Whiskey A Go-Go marquee, what says Friday Night Blacktooth Grin.
Yes, I actually have it. We play with Metalachi, which was that metal.
We're going to put that
mariachi
photo
band.
in right here. We also...
Are we supposed to point at her?
No, I don't know.
what's going on.
We're new at the cinematography shit, so we're putting in slides now.
So you sent me this email. You're like, let's go play out of town, and I was like, I'm in. And then you said, let's play the fucking Whiskey.
Well, because I
A Go-Go.
fucking love LA. I have been there twice in my life.
And
both times
barely
I was
made it back both times.
and loved every fucking second of it.
Yep.
LA.
LA.
That's how you say it if you're from LA. You ever get a burrito in LA?
I think we did actually.
A lot of that's all you can get in LA. Is
That
burritos.
hot dogs, fucking hot dogs
Fuck.
and whiskey.
Anyways, yeah.
So you tell me we're gonna fucking play out of town, and I don't believe you. And then, well, I believe you we're gonna play out of town, but then you say the Whiskey A Go-Go, and I fucking laugh in your face because like,
why don't you fucking shooting for the
you don't-
stars, bud?
You don't just email the Whiskey A Go-Go and get a show. What
You-
you do
apparently you do.
So we booked the show and then end up buying all these tickets, and we're using up all the money that we can use up to basically.
God,
we
we
had
were
to
so
rent. We had to rent that minivan because none of us owned anything that would make it
Fuck no.
to jackpot, let alone fucking Los Angeles. Like all our cars were garbage.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And
we had
so
to rent a shitbox Astro van.
we rent this minivan and pack all of our gear, and then like
6 of us, 7 of us.
7 of us were in it. And now we're off to LA, and we were so excited to go play down there that we left at 9 p.m. from my house in Nampa.
And drove straight through.
And drove all the way straight through, didn't
We
stop.
fucking drove straight through
Except for gas. We stopped for gas. That was
all night through Nevada, through the desert, straight to Venice Beach. We pull in at 11 o'clock in the fucking morning. So we don't even stop at a hotel. We don't do shit. We drove straight to fucking Venice Beach.
Yep. And I remember everyone telling us, don't get to LA at like 8 o'clock in the morning and hit the fucking 405. Don't take the 405 at 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever. And so we come pulling into LA at about 7:55, hitting the 405.
Took us 3 fucking hours to go 8 miles.
And it's a beautiful thing because, I'm Idaho native. I mean, here in Idaho, we can pack guns. Here it's open carry state. We typically have them. So me being as naive as I was, and I don't know if you remember this, but I had my pistol on the dash of this rental van, driving along like I'm here in Idaho, like it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Down the 405 in LA. Now, if you get hit with that, you're going directly to.
Yeah, California has different laws that apply to guns than Idaho does.
Yeah, so this is the kind of guy that's
Well,
now
I've got
going to
that
party in LA
I've
and
got that
play a show.
shitty high point 9mm that ain't worth a flying fuck anyway. Yeah, because we're going to LA.
Yeah, you need
So
protection.
we actually I don't remember. They didn't put us up. We had to find our own place. Shit, they made us pay to play
we
there.
found,
They didn't
we
put
found
us
our
up.
own place. Yep.
This amazing hotel that the Coral
Yep,
Sands.
it was the Coral in
The Coral Sands
West
on
Hollywood.
Western and fucking Sunset Boulevard.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
The Coral
Hollywood
Sands.
Boulevard. On Western and Hollywood Boulevard.
Western and Hollywood, that's right. If you go to LA, go there. They are cool as shit.
Oh, it was amazing.
Very LGBTQ friendly.
Yep.
Like very much so, to the point that they would drain the hot tub every night we got out of it. Like, I'm not sure.
Well, they saw all these greasy, gross people.
Well, we
in
were
there.
just dirty, stinky Idaho bumpkins. They were sweet. We love it. It was wonderful. That was night one.
We stayed there every night. We get down to LA, take the 405, and we're going to Venice Beach. Like, we have to go.
I want to go
Tourism, go check it out.
Muscle
man.
Beach, man. That's you see it in every movie ever.
Yep. So we went down there and hopped on skateboards. I remember he actually got on a skateboard.
That's
with
right.
me, and we skated down
Venice Beach.
But
yeah.
Before we got on the skateboards, now you've got this love for the ocean.
I have an affinity, love-hate relationship with the ocean.
Yes.
It tried to kill me when I was a 10-year-old child.
Yep.
So every time I see it, it's like you and me, bitch. We just come here.
So you run. We get to Venice Beach. We park. And you hauled ass down to the
Stripping
ocean.
clothes off.
Stripping clothes off down the beach in Venice Beach.
Didn't give a shit.
And jumps right in the ocean in October.
So, yes, it's the middle of
In October. So it's a little chilly. You jump out to fight the sea. I remember you were going to fight the sea.
Yeah, dude. I was
And you
talking
won.
about it the whole drive down. I always win.
You won.
I always win. Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
I haven't got to do that.
I haven't heard that one very well lately because there's been too much commotion.
It's just in general, or?
Well, yeah. I mean, I can't hear you. Do it again. It's never going to get old, especially when you're talking about West Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. Okay. West Hollywood, anyways.
So we do the Venice Beach thing, and I remember thinking it's only going to take us a little bit of time to get back to the hotel.
Yeah, shit. We got plenty of time.
So like 3 hours from Venice Beach to West Hollywood because of LA traffic. These are Idaho. This is how naive we are about Los Angeles. And we get back, get to the hotel, and I remember fucking just loving this place. They had this pool, hot tub, whole deal.
Dude, and it's like, think of Danny LaRusso's apartment complex in Karate Kid.
exactly
What it looked like with the pool in the middle, the fucking palm trees.
Yep.
And here we are, just straight up fucking Clampets go to Hollywood.
Yes, and
It's like Randy Quaid, dude, like not even wearing swim trunks, just like whitey tighties and wife beaters.
So good.
We've been fucking tuned up. We didn't not drink while we were driving to Los Angeles.
No. Who would do that? How are you going to stay up?
Let's just say this.
Drugs.
Let's just say this. We stayed up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was nasty. That was a rough trip down.
But we made it to the hotel.
Yep.
This was Thursday night we got there. We were playing Friday night, first band of the night at Whiskey A Go Go.
Yes, very first band.
They made us, we went in and sound checked. Then they locked us the fuck out.
They locked us the fuck out.
They locked us the fuck out. And so we're having to piss and shit. Squee had to piss in the parking lot and then got caught. And she was like, we have bathrooms inside. And we were all like, they won't fucking let us in there.
Neat. So's our gear.
All of our gear is in there. You remember during sound check, I plugged my amplifier in. Now, I'm a notoriously fucking loud guitar player.
Yep.
I like it really fucking loud. It's got to move your chest up and down.
Well, and you got to be able to hear it. Everything else is so loud. The drums are loud. Everything's loud.
The guitar, man. Who's got a lighter? Anyways, I get in there. I plug my shit in. Oh, God, nice. I plug my shit in.
Oh, Jesus. For those of you that don't know that sound, that is the speed
That is a Pepper
of
Corona fucking
cap
opening.
flying off when Jeremy
To Pepper.
opens one. To Pepper. Hold on.
To
Hold
Pepper.
on, bud. Hold on. Wasn't holding it. Trying to not
Cheers,
advertise.
cheers.
Corona.
Oh, yeah, passing the lime around.
Please sponsor
Let's
us.
go. Oh, yeah, sponsor
Like
us.
and subscribe, Corona
And limes.
and Lime.
Brought to you by limes. Eat a lime so you don't get scurvy, you fucking...
So we get out there. Now, in Hollywood, they like to sound check literally every single band. There was five bands.
Dude, it was retarded, and they told
five
us...
bands, and they backline every single one. And those of you that don't know it, you set up the drums, they store your sound, you take the drums down. Next band comes up, and while you're doing that, you set one guitar amp in front of the next and in front of the next. And so they take this relatively large stage at the Whiskey A Go-Go, and we have quite a bit smaller of a stage because all of the amps in the
Now,
back.
if you've never seen what we look like, we're a bunch of big boys with big boy gear.
Yeah.
I mean, we're rotund fellas.
So I remember we finally get everything there. Drums are set up, and you set up your amp, and you turn it up, and the guy's like, "That's gonna have to come down about 10 notches."
No, dude, I remember it specifically.
Okay.
I remember
Word for word?
specifically what he said verbatim. You're about 60% too fucking loud.
Oh my God, yes.
Right? And so
Yep.
I was like, well, this is never going to fucking work. We
Yep.
have, there's video footage of this show.
I actually have we paid
to have them
DVD to be
record
actually
us
recorded
playing
there,
on the
yeah.
whiskey shit. And I have no idea where that is. You
I have
still
it.
have it?
Yep,
Oh,
I've got
fuck.
it.
Let's put some of that in. And
Yep.
we're putting it in.
Right there. And so we get up there and we're doing our sound check. And granted, this is a big deal. This is a big deal for us to be playing at the world famous Whiskey A Go-Go. And we get up there and, oh, hold on, let me grab this. So they're sound checking my vocals. And I haven't talked about this yet, but I don't put effects on my
A
vocals.
little reverb.
Maybe.
A little reverb.
Maybe a little reverb, little chorus, something. Just to,
Never delay.
never delay, never any kind of echo. And they put this on my vocals, and I'm like staring at this sound guy, and he's not looking back. And he's over there just masterminding what I'm going to sound like. And I look over, and Pepper's like, got it. Cheers to Pepper.
Cheers to Pepper.
So Pepper walks up the flight of stairs, the sound guy's up there, and he's like, and he looks at him, and Pepper wasn't diplomatic, he wasn't nice at all, and he's like, you better get that fucking shit off his voice. And the dude just kind of looks at him, and he's like, well, I know what I'm doing, and Pepper's like, I don't fucking care if you know what you're doing. He's like, that guy's gonna come uncorked on you if he sounds like that during the show.
Yeah, no delay. It's
So
just,
this is how we've presented ourselves now to the Whiskey A Go-Go.
Just-
We show up, we're too loud, we tell them how to do their fucking job.
stinky, greasy. We've been awake for 2 fucking days.
I smelled like Los Angeles hotel pool water because I hadn't showered yet. I jumped in that unheated pool.
Can I tell my favorite story of walking down Hollywood Boulevard?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm gonna give the not get us canceled version of this story.
Yeah, because there was words we can't say in it, but it's going to be really good.
No, it's still fine.
Yeah.
We're walking, all of us, and it was a big group of us, motherfuckers. Like
Yeah.
we were 7, 8 strong at that point. Some of us had fucked off, whatever. We're just walking, and you and I are tuned up.
Yes. Very, because we
'cause
stopped at
this
that
is-
CVS pharmacy and
No, this
10
had to be like Saturday morning. We still had a full weekend.
yeah, we had already played.
We'd already
by
played.
this time. Yep.
We're walking. This is Saturday morning, maybe 10 o'clock in the fucking morning. We're looking for a burrito. Everybody tells me you got to get a burrito in there now. So I fucking get me.
We're looking for a burrito and a Black Sabbath shirt
Goddamn right.
because you wanted your new
Oh,
Black
you
Sabbath
can tell
shirt.
that story too.
Yeah, I will.
I'm fucking. All of a sudden, we hear a kerfuffle. And it's not just a like, it's a fucking, hey, motherfucker! God! And we turn and look. And there's any big city you've ever been to, there's the guys that are trying to hand you shit. They
Yeah,
just-
Hollywood tours, celebrity homes.
Oh, or they want you to hear their CD, and then as soon as you take shit,
Don't take it.
as soon as you take shit from them, they want their $20.
Yeah,
for it.
you owe money.
Whatever he was handing out, he was out there doing his job. He was hustling. I respect the hustle.
Yeah, he was doing good.
I hear him. Now, you have to imagine, big group of us, we're looking like, big fucking stupid fucking tourist group is what we look like. Justin and I right next to each other in the front, everybody. I hear one of these guys handing out the tours say to
Somebody else, to a homeless
to
guy.
a very clearly homeless guy, what you mean why I look at your dick? You the one that showed me that motherfucker?
Fucking true
Justin and I
story.
fell the fuck out.
We hit the fucking
Oh.
brakes is what we did. We're
I turned. You fucking heard that right? I could not fucking breathe. I can only imagine he's trying to fucking handle some crackhead homeless guy, and here you and I are just fucking heckle and jackal.
Yes, and we're openly now mocking these people.
Oh yeah, because we've stopped and are pointing and laughing.
because we literally had killed a fifth of whiskey in about 6 blocks.
This is 10 in the morning.
10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm relatively sure we didn't wake up sober. And
No, this is when you coined the term vacation, Justin.
Yes.
Vacation Justin,
Yeah.
so much more chill than fucking doing numbers, Justin.
Yeah, that's why Lou has Compton ass Justin tattooed on his arm.
Yes.
So we're right away. Jeremy and I hear this. What you mean? What? Sorry, I said it wrong. I said it the way. I said it the way we start.
Because
saying
you and I, for a fucking entire weekend, just kept turning to each other and going, "What?"
The best part about it though is we hear this. We look at each other in awe, and we have literally we've heard and seen the best thing we've ever seen.
Oh, I literally looked into the face of God when I heard that. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
We fucking look at each other like, oh my God. And Jeremy immediately looks at me, doesn't put any kind of whisper within your voice, and you're all, what do you mean? And these dudes are standing there. They can clearly hear us.
Oh, yeah,
now.
they were not impressed.
Oh, yeah. So for an entire weekend and then all the way back to Idaho.
It'd be quiet as fuck in the car because that is a long-ass drive.
14 hours straight.
Oh, fuck. It'd be quiet as fuck in the car. Everybody'd be just about fuck.
And you and I drove all the way back.
What you mean? Why, show you my dick. You don't want to show me that motherfucker?
Oh, facts. The funny thing is the dude really showed him his dick. He's all like...
No, so here's how that goes. Immediately my brain draws, because that's how my brain functions. My brain went back in time for about 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. My brain fucking drew every bit of the pixels between then and then.
Yep.
And back in time, he comes shuffling up looking for a smoke or a dollar, and he fucking makes eye contact.
He was just trying to earn his dollar.
And he fucking...
What you think of that, dude?
Why you look at my dick? That's how that went.
Now you owe me money for looking at my... That's what they do down there.
What you mean?
So... Now
there's nothing gonna top that until we go to get my Black Sabbath t-shirt.
Yes. So
we think we found the pinnacle of jokes. I don't think comedy can surpass what we found. That we're walking around on cloud 9 on comedy. The funniest shit I ever did see.
Ever. And typically you're the one that's a little more extroverted than I am. Is that the right word?
I would say extroverted. No.
You're a little more gung-ho. You got a little more gumption. You got a little more...
just peacocking.
You're a little funner than I am.
Peacocking. So you're just a little more serious than me. Let's call it that.
Yeah, that's a good one. So we're wandering down Hollywood Boulevard, and we're trying to get to that Chinese theater. We want to go check this place out. And all the way along...
Grauman's. We're doing the tourist thing.
Yeah.
We got fanny packs.
We got fuck yeah, fanny packs. And I had that flannel shirt on that we bought. There was 2 sizes too small with no sleeves and the studs on the pockets. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Vacation justice.
Yeah, I'm wandering down there, and Jeremy and I are looking, and literally from outside of this
dude, and we are
store,
fucked up. I cannot express
how I don't even know how we were walking.
Fucking drunk you and I were walking down Western Hollywood and Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah, fuck them.
Duh.
You know, that's how we were. We were
drunk,
like, let's go.
Drunk with a capital M.
Yes. So we're walking, and it was like this beacon of light. All of a sudden, there's a Black Sabbath shirt up in this shop.
The one I've been looking for.
And it's one of those shops where they've got T-shirts, colognes, fly swatter.
All of the bric-a-brac that comes with the souvenirs and the...
Yeah, fly swatters, welcome to Hollywood, spelled wrong. Like, this is some cheap shit. They got some good...
Oscar spelt with a K, the statue.
They got some fucking rad shirts on the wall, right? And there's your Sabbath shirt.
Bing, it's my size.
But
it's fucking 30 feet in the air up the wall.
It was 30 feet up in the air. So we walk in, and right about that was about the time Anchorman had come out. And there's that scene in Anchorman where dude puts on the awful cologne that smells like gasoline.
I don't think he called it what you named it.
He sure didn't.
It's like Essence of Panther or something. Paul Rudd.
It was Sex Panther. It was Sex Panther.
Yep.
So we walk up to the counter, and it's one of those glass display cases, and clearly everything in that case, I mean, we're not looking at like Versace. And
no, it's
Calvin
like
Klein
Adidas cologne spelt wrong. It's all knockoff
It is
bullshit.
all that shit
knockoff.
that somebody stirred up in their backyard in a fucking mop bucket and like poured it into a jar, and that's what you're going to smell.
DKNY, and it was spelt wrong.
So we walk up to this cat, and he clearly knows about... We basically poured ourselves into that store. And we walk in, and we're looking at this
yeah, we
Sabbath
did.
shirt, and we want some fucking help, and we want it right now. And this dude comes walking up that clearly didn't speak. He probably had 5 or 6 English words in his vocabulary. And he walks up, and we're on this glass case, and I'm looking at him. I'm looking at Jeremy with one eye to my right.
Because I asked him politely if I could get the Black Sabbath shirt. I really would like that shirt.
And I'm
so
looking
he
at
gets
dude-
the stick, and he's fucking fishing it off the wall 30 feet in the air.
Gets the stick.
And he's
gets the
sweaty.
shirt.
He's fucking irritated.
He's got a 5 o'clock shadow, and he just shaved. The dude walks up, and I've been eyeballing this shit, and I've been looking at you, and I barely have any fucking ability to talk at this time. I don't know how I was standing up, and the cat walks up, and I look at him, and I'm all, "Hey, bud, you got any Panther piss?" And the dude steps back, and he's all,
Panther piece. He said it with a question mark. Panther piece. And so,
and he had a little stutter before he's like,
yeah, Panther piece.
Panther piece.
Oh my fucking god!
And so Jeremy looks at me. This asshole's holding the fucking. Well, he probably wasn't an asshole, but he is. He's holding this shirt of Jeremy's, and he's looking at us like, "Fuck."
Well, because I can't stop laughing. Because he just said fucking Panther piece.
And this is when you fucking turn and look at me, and you're all, "When did you become the fucking asshole? That's my job."
Oh my god, that was 10 minutes after. What, Jomer?
It was, dude. And this was 13 miles now from our hotel.
Oh yeah, we fucking wandered. If you look at a map that shows where the Coral Sands is versus Grauman's fucking Chinese theater,
It's literally, I think, like 4 miles or something.
Poor Lou's foot literally fell off halfway through that walk.
Yeah, he walked
picked
on
it
a
back
nail.
up. He licked it, stuck it back on. The fucker was a trooper.
He was. He didn't fucking complain at all. But he had 4 gallons of fucking whiskey.
I have
dude.
no idea how you and I did 40 miles on foot and just as fucking inebriated as we were.
We were swimming, dude. The whole fucking way. Nothing but bubbles. The whole fucking time, dude. It was great. So there's a lot of details, though, that we keep jumping around on this Hollywood thing. And
Well, shit, I
don't know how we're doing for time, but
have a museum. I have a piece.
That's where I was going.
I have a piece of art in a museum, if you don't know. This is a fact.
Yes. So you guys have heard us, talk about Reb Otis shows and all these things. So many years ago, Jeremy started building guitars out of cigar boxes.
And just anything that would hold strings.
Yeah.
And just
the fucking axe, dude. You've built all kinds of shit. And so he designed it. It was an unbelievable piece of art.
Ooh, I have pictures of it.
It's an
Still,
Ed-
can we?
it's an Ed
TC,
Gein.
you're gonna notate this one.
Yeah.
TC, you're so good at your job.
It's an Ed Gein
Ed Gein inspired cigar box
guitar. And
It
he had
literally looks
actually-
like it's stretched with skin and teeth hold the strings in. And
unbelievably
it really
cool.
fucking neat.
I was actually a little bummed that you were getting rid of it.
Well, I hit them up and asked if they took donations for like fan art and shit. Like, if you go to this day, if you go to the LA Museum of Death,
Yep.
you can walk through and see this fucking guitar in the Ed Gein with like literally sitting in a case with Ed Gein's possessions.
With his
and if
actual
you don't know,
possessions.
I'm kind of a fucking sicko for that shit. Like,
well, what house is on our Blossom and Decay album?
Ed Gein's
Ed
fucking
Gein's
house
house.
is on the cover of
Yeah.
Blossom. And, well, like Charlie Manson and shit. I actually own Charlie's hair. I have some Charlie hair.
You have a tattoo of Charlie.
Well, he was a spicy boy. That's what we'll call Charlie.
So for our listeners and everybody out there, he's actually got an angel and a devil of his own kind on him. And he's got Charlie Manson on one side
and Johnny,
Johnny
Cash
on the other. And so I was always confused on how that's an angel and a devil. That
well, it
seems like two
changes.
devils
Nope,
to me.
it changes on what chemicals we are imbibing and on that day.
Do they change color too?
No, just attitude. So, anyways, this Museum of Death, like if you go see it. Like they had some really incredible shit in there. I hit them up because we were going. I said I really wanted to see the Museum of Death because they have Bluebeard's head in there. You can go see a decapitated head. They had. This was 11 years ago. They had actual bunks and the Nike Cortezes from the Heaven's Gate fucking cult when they drank all the poison and they were going to ride Hail Bob's Comet to fucking Valhalla.
Yeah.
Dude, while you go in there, they're showing the recruitment video on a loop. And so you stand there and you watch it. You're like, holy fuck, dude, that Applegate, whatever his name was. Something Apple White or whatever, dude.
Yep.
That guy, you talk about enigmatic cult leaders and Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, it was so fucking rad though. You made that, you brought it down, and I wish
They let us walk
you
through
say
it
you do have
because I
pictures,
donated it. Yeah, we got pictures in there.
Yeah, because this thing was unreal.
They wouldn't let you
Unreal.
take pictures in there, but we still did. There's a couple Gacy photos and shit. Like, it's incredible.
The only cool thing I did in Hollywood outside of, Panther piss and all that fun stuff was...
We're going to call this episode Panther Piss.
And I got so much shit from you guys, but right outside of our hotel, there was this dude that had whittled... he had whittled himself a little fucking stick. It was a
Homeboy
cane.
fancied himself a fucking wizard.
Yeah, he did. And he had whittled this fucking cane himself. And I remember looking at it, and he had carved some initials on it for like his Hollywood skate crew. And back then, I was still pretty big into skateboarding.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And I'm talking to this cat, and he was potentially homeless or just really broke or something. I can't remember what was going on.
Both.
But I really liked this fucking stupid cane thing he made. And so I ended up what I called hustling the guy. and I think I gave him like $100.
Gave him $100 bill for that stick.
And we're talking, it's like a piece of shit willow stick out from his backyard
With some notches in it, he put with a pocket
and
knife.
then he notched it with a pocket. It was so cool, dude. I had that thing.
Justin was so proud of this motherfucker, and he shows up, and I was like, "You just paid $100 for a fucking stick?"
But
Justin was like, "Man, fuck you."
So now, drunk Justin, drunk Jeremy, drunk everybody's wandering through Hollywood, and
and you are swinging this fucking sticker. Ain't nobody gonna mug us.
There's about it, man. I all of a sudden developed this pimp limp. And I'm fucking cruising with that, and I've still got this fucking. Now I bought a size medium flannel shirt from a secondhand, like vintage clothing store.
Oh yeah, brother, and you are not a medium flannel.
Not even close.
But it looks so good.
And it had no sleeves on it, and somebody had bedazzled it with those like 1980s rock star studs.
Yeah, the aluminum studs.
Yeah, dude, it looked so nice, dude. It was red and white,
and you bought that shit in L.
I remember I bought it in the store, and I walked out with my stick. And now I got this stick, and I'm wearing a fucking derby hat. Now I'm obnoxious.
Oh yeah, now you're just being an asshole. Now you're just being a fucking asshole.
And I come walking out of this secondhand like clothing store, and there's this dude out there, and I'm like, "What's up, bro? Picture time." And I go to put my arm around him, and this dude's like, "Fuck you." He won't get near me. And I'm like chasing the guy around out there with. Now I've got a stick.
Oh yeah,
I'm waving a stick at this dude,
and you are still awake somehow.
I don't know.
Drunk as fuck.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Full of burritos and whiskey.
Yeah, and Carney's hot dogs.
Oh, Carney's. And we saw the two men making love in a window. It was
dude on
gorgeous.
The same floor that Led Zeppelin used to rent.
Led
Zeppelin rented that.
Carney's, if you don't know, is a fucking trolley car.
Couple of trolley
literally.
Cars.
They welded two trolley cars together and set it literally on Sunset Boulevard. It's right by the Rainbow, right by the Viper Room.
Yeah.
Right by all of these iconic places. And if you walk out onto the back rail, it's the patio.
That's how you get to the bathrooms.
It's literally the rail on a fucking trolley. You stand out there where you smoke, right? And best fucking chili dog in LA, by the way.
By far.
If you just go get one. We're standing there smoking.
Now this is you and I and Pepper.
You and me and Pepper.
Yep.
You're standing there smoking, and you look up, and there's these, on the hill behind it, there's these giant glass window apartments. And about 3 stories up.
It was the 4th floor, and I remember because that used to be a hotel.
Yes, it
did. And Led Zeppelin used to rent the entire 4th floor when they would play in Hollywood. And I remember looking up.
Being like, hey, I know that fucking place.
That's cool. We're checking it out. When I was
Holy
even telling
shit,
the story. I was
those
like,
guys are fucking.
I was like, Led Zeppelin used to rent that whole thing, and we're looking like that, and Pepper's looking up there.
Of course, Pepper saw it,
and he's like,
"Hey,
he's
you think those two guys are fucking?"
Exactly. He's all, I believe those two dudes are fucking.
And of course, you have to look.
So now we're out there enjoying a nice chili dog.
Holy shit, Pepper!
There's no irony in that.
I think those boys are fucking.
Those boys are fucking, Pep. And it wasn't, and we are very secure in our manhood. We're very secure and we support everybody.
Dude, we have no hate in our
there's
fucking
no
hearts for
homophobe
anybody.
in us
Nothing
whatsoever. So I do believe I think we cheersed them or something like that. Like,
well, get you a pole.
like, way to go, boys! You know, and off we go. Like it's Hollywood. You fucking party. You have a
Dude,
good
it's
time.
West Hollywood. It is fucking West.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Here's a funny anecdote.
I'm ready.
How we doing on time? Good. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Here's
we
the
don't
story. Fucking okay. So it's now Saturday evening.
Yes.
We have one more night on the town. We have to get up and leave Sunday morning to be home in
Well,
time.
because we were too stupid to take Monday off. We had to work.
No, we all
Monday.
had to go to work Monday.
Yeah.
So it is now Saturday night. We have partied and partied and partied.
hard.
We're still fucking drunk. You and I don't know how we did it. Go back to the hotel room, put our fancy clothes on because we want to go out. We want a Hollywood club experience. Mm-hmm. But we're drunk, so we need a close to the hotel Hollywood club experience.
Yes. And I'm still wearing said flannel. I think I wore it almost the whole time.
Oh, dude, I
just loved that.
I put on a fancy button up and had
did. Mine was fancy button up.
My dickies with the crease and shit.
Yeah. Nike Cortez.
We find this club right around the corner, and it's called the Blue Monkey, right?
It is.
And we think, all right, like monkey biz, that's neat. Let's go fucking, that's how Idaho boys' brains work.
Yeah.
It was not that.
It's one of these clubs that doesn't open until 10 p.m.
Yeah, no, it's like, and it turns into an after-hours club.
It does?
Yes.
So we're standing in line, and I remember there's like 8, and I'm going to go ahead and say it, there's 8 white people standing in line for this club.
And only 8 white
Only
people.
8 white people. But we were the first there, man, because we were ready to go.
We were ready.
We wanted
I
to
thought
fucking
maybe I could
party.
just walk in and get a beer. It didn't work like that.
No.
You got to
So
get patted down.
Yeah. We're standing in line. Now, I've got this badass cane I bought. My derby hat still, looking like a fucking total dick.
Drunker than 10 Merlins.
Oh, yeah. And we're standing there, and the security guard that's letting us in, he's kind of looking at me a little funny, and he's like, well, you can't bring that stick in here.
Motherfucker, I paid $100.
And I told him, I'm like, I need the stick. He's like, why? And I'm like, because I got a hurt ankle.
It hurts.
I'm like, it's a cane, bro. And he's like, all right. And he's still looking at all of us as we walk in the door. Like, what the fuck are these guys doing here, right?
We still have no idea.
None.
We're just totally oblivious.
We go into this place, and man, it is killer fucking. You remember the lighting and everything was really cool?
Dude, it was beautiful. They had done like steel cage work up the walls and shit.
It was like
neat.
unbelievable.
And they're playing my favorite fucking era of hip hop ever.
All G-Funk.
90s G-Funk.
All G-Funk, and they were playing the music videos on the wall.
They were projecting the music videos for like Ice Cube. It Was a Good Day as they finally let us through the door, and I was like, oh, I'm at home. Jesus Christ.
So we go in there, and almost every table is reserved, but there's one booth that isn't. So
it's like it's a bottle service place.
Yeah,
like it's a
nice.
VIP fuck.
Dude comes walking up, asking.
We just take a table over a whole booth. We're like, I don't give a fuck.
He wants to know what we want to drink, and granted, we're like, you guys got any Keystone Light?
They literally laughed at us. I remember that too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all we did was drink like fancy whiskey
and Heinekens. They had green
Heinekens.
bottles.
Yep, they did have green bottles. And we get in there, and so we're all sitting down having a good time, man. We're listening to this fucking rad era hip hop, all G-Funk, and then people start coming in the door. We start to realize we're in a club that doesn't typically have a bunch of white people from Idaho in it.
Exactly that. But we don't give a fuck because we're having a great time.
We don't care.
Nobody's fucking with us.
Nope.
We are getting a lot of
free drinks.
and
because
side
everybody
glances,
was
like,
well, and we got free drinks left and right. Everyone's like, you crazy motherfuckers are in
I
our
don't
club.
know if, dude, and nobody fucked with us at all at first.
At first.
We started fucking boogieing. Everybody was having a good time.
Oh, man, I was shaking my little no butt, dude.
Oh,
It
we
was
were
so
out there.
good.
I was doing the dice thing too
Yeah.
much.
It was so good. And so at this point in time, now
Even
granted,
the door guy was letting me hit his vape, dude. That's how cool and comfy we had gotten.
Idaho's got an awful reputation for having racist people in it.
Yeah, boo, skinheads.
Boo.
Fuck you for what you did to the rest of us white boys.
Now, Blacktooth, we typically wear damn near the same kind of clothes. We wear t-shirts
Well, and
blue
we
jeans
had a
and
lot
boots
of.
and
We kept our hair short in those
and
days,
we-
and
yeah.
it wasn't a racist thing. It was because I was too fucking lazy to wash my hair.
and too broke to pay for a barber, dude.
And cheap.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a...
Yeah, look at you now.
Yeah,
That's the opposite. You went the other
I know.
way.
I've grown up, brother. I put
So we're-
shampoo and conditioner in this
So now
shit.
here's all these white boys from Idaho with a bad reputation.
And having a really good time that shouldn't be.
With no hair on our heads. Suddenly we're being mistaken for something we're not.
That happened later in the night.
Later in the night, we had partied. And so all this stuff goes on. A couple guys are quizzing us about where we're from. We're like, oh, yeah, man, fucking Idaho. We're down here.
And you'd see them tense up when you'd say Idaho.
Yep.
You'd literally see them tense up.
You'd literally see their physical reaction to the fact that here's these white boys with shaved heads.
Yeah, why are they
from
in
Idaho
here?
in this club?
We're literally here to dance and have a good time.
Yeah, and we did. And so eventually, like, the night goes on. We're there a few hours, and I go into the bathroom, and that's when I was actually cornered and told that we weren't welcome and we should probably leave.
And we did.
We
asked no fucking questions.
I was like, well, cheers to that, man. I'll see you later. You ever come to Idaho, give me a holler, man. I'll see you later, dude.
I'm going to finish my drink as I exit the door.
Oh, man. And I remember being so worried about it because this was pretty much at the apex of our rowdy era.
Yeah.
Within Blacktooth and our surrounding people. We were...
Well, and we were on vacation, so we were giving her extra.
And we'd been drinking extra.
I don't know how we left that club on our feet. We had literally been drinking with no sleep for 2 straight fucking days. And we weren't doing a bunch of extra shit back then that would account for being that drunk and still being awake. I
can tell you exactly how we left there, dude, on our feet.
Laughing and having a great fucking time.
You've said it in a past podcast when you said it's my sparkling fucking charisma, brother. And that's honestly, I think, how we got out of there. So, we leave, but I'm surrounded by members of Blacktooth, bro. Pepper.
Well, and I have no idea there's this beef concocting in the bathroom.
I wouldn't tell you.
No. I'm out there fucking, dude, I'm boogieing. I'm hitting the doorman's vape. I'm fucking finger gunning and shit. Like... I'm having a great time. All of a sudden, Justin comes up and he's like, we got to get the fuck out of here. And I was like, all right, well, coats and keys.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys got tabs, close them. We got to go.
We got to go
now.
We got to get the fuck out of here.
So we got Pepper over here going, well, what the fuck's going on?
Well, no, now Pepper is Pepper is fucking partying. He is in party boy. Everybody's buying me drinks and I'm the life of the party mode. Remember?
Yo, dude.
Oh, he was fucking like breakdancing on the floor and shit. People are coming up and throwing dollars at him. Dude, He pulled his dick out. Everybody was applauding it.
Oh, good job, bud. Look at that. Did you grow that yourself?
Yeah, dude. No, never in my life did I take you got to get the fuck out of here so seriously.
Yep. And I'm like, we got to get the fuck out of here.
And I have been in a couple.
And typically, I'm not the one that's going to be like, we got to get the fuck out of here. Back then, I was typically like,
let's smash all these motherfuckers and then get out of here.
Out of everybody, nope. And then we'll go. It wasn't the time.
They were cool as fuck with us being there at first, and then the word Idaho got presented, and then
too much, I think. Well, like because people kept asking. It wasn't like we were throwing it.
No, fuck, I'm from Idaho, man. I'm here to have a good time. It was like,
but I remember the cat that approached me in the. I was in the bathroom by myself, and I just got done taking a leak, dude. And I turn around, and the guy walks in and shuts the door behind him, and he's got a friend with him. And he's like, "Where the fuck you say you're from?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Idaho." And we had this big conversation, and then he got in my face, and now I'm not a tall dude, without my boots, I'm like 5'8" on a good day. And the dude got right up in my face, and he's like 6'5", probably great. Yeah, I mean, to me, he was a giant. And I remember putting my hand straight out, and it went to his chest. It like literally hit him right between his man tits, dude. And I pushed the guy back, and I said, "There's 7 more of me out in that fucking nightclub right now, dude. You really want to go through this?"
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, "We're just here having a good time." And he's like, "Yeah, we'll fucking see about that." And so that's when I came out and said, "We got to get the fuck out of here.
Time to fucking go."
So we leave, and I remember you guys were like, "What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on?" And I'm like, "I'm not telling you until we get back to our hotel," which was like 3 or 4 blocks away. I'm like, "You're going to get into your swim trunks. You're going to grab a couple of beers, and we're all going to go down to the hot tub, and we're going to fucking have a good time.
And then I'll tell you.
Because I know these assholes, and you fuck with one of us, you're going to get all of us."
Well, and we're still like very much
feral.
Well,
very feral.
We're still very much fucking 3-day drunk. right?
Yes. Oh, yes.
And so it's like fucking pouring out of that club trying to get. Yeah, no, I mean it was actually one of the diciest experiences.
It was very dicey, but
nothing.
We
I
made it.
never had anything switch that quick
Yeah.
from me cutting a rug on the fucking, and everybody just like was happy to see me dancing. Like it was.
Oh, it was so much fun.
I was having a great time.
I'd go back there again right now. You don't even care.
I didn't give a shit
I don't
either.
even care. Times have changed, man. That was 2000.
I would not go back to I would not go back to Hollywood right now.
No, I don't think I'd go to Hollywood.
Nah, dude. Great. You know the best part about Hollywood?
Tell me.
Leaving.
Yes. Speaking of leaving Hollywood, now this is the rest of the story. We had to do anything we had to do legally to stay awake, and so we got up. We took a couple hour nap. Got up in the morning. We're like we kind of didn't want to leave because we were having so much fun. But it's Sunday. We got to work literally Monday morning. We're all going back.
Oh, yeah. I got to go hang drywall.
Yep. And we decide, oh, fuck it. We're going to go get breakfast, go hang out in Hollywood a little longer. So we end up not leaving the LA area until about 2 o'clock.
Oh, you lied me.
And it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We are dead tired.
And we've been dragging feet. We went to fucking Denny's that morning.
And so we finally leave about 2 o'clock.
The same Denny's that was the diner from Pulp Fiction, by the way.
Yes, it was. And
that was by design.
We're pulling out of LA, and now we've got to make it all the way back to Idaho in time to get to sleep, get to work the next morning. Now we leave Hollywood about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock Idaho time. We got a 14-hour drive to get back.
I will make it.
So we're fucking flying in this little rental van, dude, this little minivan. We're hauling ass through Nevada. Everybody else is sleeping except for Jeremy and I and Pep. But we keep waking everybody up because these jackrabbits, dude.
And also, what you mean?
And what you
No, the jackrabbits out there.
So these jackrabbits started fighting each other in the middle of the highway. And they turned into butt fucking jack fucking rabbits all the time because they were trying to kill us, man.
Do you remember?
And we're delirious. We are fucking delirious.
We have not slept in a week.
So I would drive like 4 hours, pull over. You would drive like 4 hours.
Do you remember coming through Ely?
Yep, we came through Ely. We almost killed that 40-foot tall elk.
There was the biggest fucking elk I've ever seen in my entire life. And he was out there like where they couldn't hunt on BLM land. And he was like a 7 or 8 generation fucking elk. I've never. His eyeball was as big as my fucking hand.
Well, literally, and this is no exaggeration. I've never seen a fucking
elk so big in my life.
No exaggeration. His back was as tall as the top of the minivan.
I was driving at the time, and I remember seeing his eyeball and stopping the van.
From like a mile away.
And if I hadn't stopped coming around that corner, I'd have hit him and killed everyone. He was that fucking big. It would have been like hitting a bus, dude.
So we make it to Ely, we get, and now we're like, okay, we got like, 5 hours to go.
Well, and all you motherfuckers wanted to stop in Vegas on the way back, and I was like,
what? There's no mean, all us motherfuckers? That's you.
I was like, ain't no, because I was saying you don't just stop in Vegas. It's not a fucking truck stop on I-9.
Side note, never take Jeremy gambling unless you are ready to potentially lose him. And he will spend days there. You got to drag him out by his nut bag.
Oh, we gamble.
He is a gambling addict.
Oh, I love to gamble.
You get him, watch the fucking tables. He's going to take your fucking money. Go. So we passed jackpot as well.
Oh, yeah, no, we stopped in jackpot so I could go into the casino and have a piss. Yep. Because it has been like 8 hours since I've had a fucking piss. I come right the fuck back out. That's how tired and burned out we are.
You were done, dude. And
I had gone through drunk, hangover, and extra hangover without any sleep.
Easily.
I had a fucking headache while I was drunk. That's how we just drink more.
Yeah, your headache gave you an additional headache.
They tell me I played the Whiskey a Go-Go.
I heard we did. I still have the sign that Jess stole down there, by the way, the Sunset Clubs.
She humped Ma Petite. Do you remember that?
She humped at everything.
No, the little actress that played Ma Petite on Sunset.
Humped, she got down and started humping at him.
She humped Ma Petite. Wild one. We need to wrap this fucker up.
Yep, wrap it up. So as we're going, we're getting back to Idaho, and I can tell you, man, if you're coming back from Hollywood, give yourself a couple extra days. Because we all lived in Nampa at the time, which is about 5 more miles to my house from the Meridian exit. And I had to pull off the Meridian exit because I could not drive
5 more miles.
5 more miles.
He was literally doing the fucking movie nod off. Yeah, dude.
It was bad, man. But you know
we survived
what
it.
a fucking fun. I'd do it again.
I'd brag about it.
I'd do it again, dude.
You know what? I bet we could.
I'll bet we could. What kind of bet is this? Email him.
Triple dog dare.
Do you email him now or like send him a Facebook message? Like,
I think you have to Snapchat him. You have to snatch chap him.
You got to put it on Twitter.
X.
That makes my bird twitch.
Fuck. I don't even know what. I don't know.
You don't even fucking know. All right, we've been Music and Mayhem.
We are fucking Music and Mayhem.
Episode 7?
8.
8?
This is number 8, dude.
Jesus
the Ocho.
Christ. The Ocho.
Ocho, dude.
It's a risky move. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Fucking A.
Fucking A, Pepper.
Fucking A, Pepper.
Fucking A, Pepper.
This one always goes out to Pepper, dude.
To Pepper.
Party in the back. Let me fucking hear you guys. Thank you so much for
We've been
being
Music
here.
and Mayhem. I'm Jeremy.
Yeah, and we will see you next week with actually a very
Special
guest next week. Little local celebrity, if you will.
Oh, famous as fuck.
Yeah, fuck, he's famous,
Are
dude.
you famous?
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, he is. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Jeremy.
Music and Mayhem. I'll see you motherfuckers next week.
I love you.
I love you.
Okay, I love you.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.